Welcome back to part 2 of Module 8, Lesson 5. This is going to be the last video of this module where we continue talking about finding perimeter using the coordinate plane. We're picking off on extra example number 2. Go ahead and pause the video and work that one on your own, please. Alright, our instruction says a rectangle has these listed vertices, and they want us to take and use that information to create the rectangle on a coordinate plane and then solve to find the perimeter of it. So I've gone ahead and set up my problem on a sheet of grid paper, and from there I'm going to take and set up my coordinate plane points. So I'm going to set it up kind of like that. That should be plenty of material to work with. And then from there I'm going to do point A is going to be at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to list that as point A, which is going to take place at 0.36. Next, point B is going to be at 3, 8, so that's 7, 8 right here. So I'm going to do 3, 8. And then point C, that's going to be at 7, 8, so I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to go right here, which is going to give me 0.78. And then finally, point D is going to be at 0.76, which is right there, which is going to look like that. Now I've got to take and close in my rectangle, so I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to find my missing side lengths. Go ahead and title them A, B, C, and D. So side AB is going to be my x terms are the same, my y terms are different, so that's going to be 8 minus 6, which is 2. Side BC, the y terms are going to be the same, so that means that my x terms are different. That's going to be a 7 minus 3, also known as 4. And then side CD, for that one, my x terms are the same, so my y terms are different. 8 minus 6 is going to equal 2. And then going back to side DA, for that one, my y terms are the same, so my x terms are different. 7 minus 3, that's going to equal to 4. Add those numbers up. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 4 is going to be 12. Jump back over to our textbook, type in our 12 units. I said type in our 12 units, which it doesn't want to type. Do it that way, and it checks. Easy math. Nothing at all to do on these problems. Now this problem's a little bit different. This one gives us 3 points, so it means we're creating a triangle. And then with that triangle, it doesn't want the perimeter, it wants us to find the area. So let's see how we're going to go about doing that. First thing we need to do is graph our 3 points on the coordinate plane. So my first point is going to be at 2, 5, so I've got 0.25 right there. My second point is going to be at 0.28. So we're going to take and put it at 2, 8, which is right there. And my third point is going to be at 5, 8, so it's going to be at 5, 8 right there. And then we have to connect those different points with lines. There's a 1 line, and here's the second line, and here's my third line. And right there is going to be the triangle we need. Let's go ahead and check it, and it checks. That's the triangle we're going to be working with when we're trying to find its area. Now remember, the area of a triangle is going to be base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height, depending on which format you use. So let's zoom in here again. We're going to look at side AB right here, where our A terms or our x terms are the same, so we're going to subtract our y terms. 8 minus 5 is going to equal to 3. And then side BC, that's going to end up being our height, because this was our base. That'll be our height. So my y terms are the same. We're going to subtract the x terms. 5 minus 2 is 3 as well. Check that. That part checks. From there, we're going to plug that in. 1/2 times 3 times 3. That's also known as 1/2 of 9, which is going to end up being 4 fraction 1 over 2, and accept and check. Easy math. That's all there is to doing these problems. Now you get a chance to do one on your own. This is going to be the last practice problem before we start doing our homework for the entire module. Stop the video and work this one here on your own, please. Alright, so I've set up quadrant 1 of my coordinate plane where I've got my y-axis and I have my x-axis going here. From there I'm going to start plotting points. So I'm going to have point A is at 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be point A, which is located at 1, 6. Next I have point B is going to be 1, 9. So I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's going to be point B, which is, actually I did that wrong, B doesn't go on point B, which is at point 1, 9. Next I have point C, which is at 7, 9. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here. That's going to be C, which is at 7, 9. And finally D is going to be 7, 6, which is right here. And that's going to end up giving me, whoops, D doesn't go in parentheses, D is located at point 7, 6. Now we're going to connect those points with a line, and we're going to start finding out some information. First off, my base is going to be the length of side AD, and there my y term is the same, so my x term is what has to be subtracted. So for my base, I'm going to end up taking and saying 7 minus 1 is going to give me 6. Then my height is going to be this value here. So my height is going to end up being, my x term is the same, so I'm going to subtract my y terms. That means I'm going to have a 9 minus 6, which is going to be 3. And now I can just use a formula that area is equal to base times height. Area is equal to the base is 6 times the height of 3. Area is equal to 18. Jump back over to our textbook, plug in our 18 units squared right there, and check the answer. The answer checks. That is it for this module. Make sure you give me good quality supporting work similar to what I've been giving you as I've been explaining it. I'll see you in the next lesson.